All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Why We Hunt. Going into Why We Hunt trophies, achievements, random mobile game shenanigan gadgets and whatnot. So today we got a guest, Chromesaw, and we're gonna talk a little bit about I don't know, being compelled based on like OCD and stuff like that, and I don't know, continual contemplation of leaving the system. So you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I'm Chromesaw. I've been trophy hunting since around 2014 on different accounts, but I started Chromesaw in 2016, and that's the one I've stuck with ever since.
All right. So what got you into gaming just in general? Let's start there. Like first system, favorite genre, first game, stuff like that.
Okay, so when I was like 4 or 5, we had a Nintendo 64, and I can't remember if it was Mario Kart 64 or Super Mario 64, but I just remember in Super Mario 64,
You just
I have
remember
no.
a red plumber in some going woohoo or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but I didn't even know what was going on in the game, so I just ran around the castle, and like every time I'd see an enemy, I'd run away from it. But the first game that I actually quote unquote like really got me into gaming was probably Lego Star Wars on PS2.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I was just so amazed when that came out. I was like, "Whoa, you can't die? What? What is this?" That was like I don't know. It was like this shocking moment for me playing video games before. I was just like, "What? You just like break and then come back again?" Um, yeah. So you actually did start with Nintendo stuff. What kind of genres are your favorites?
Um, I'd have to say stuff like 3D platformers like Jack and Daxter, Mario 64, of course. I like hack and slash games like God of War, like action adventure games like Fallen Order, Spider Man, the Batman Arkham games, and I've been trying to get more into RPGs, but it's just such a commitment, you know.
Like JRPGs or
Yeah, like Final Fantasies and stuff like that.
gotcha. Yeah, I mean they are somewhat lengthy at times, especially compared to some of these other games that come out nowadays. So, system wise, I mean, so you didn't start hunting trophies until 2016. So you kind of just went from N64 to PS2 to PS3, or
So let's see.
well,
My
that would have
parents
been
had the
PS4.
N64 before I was born, so had that, and then PS2 when I was like 6, and then had a Wii, a Xbox 360. Did I already say a Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Okay, and then I got a 3DS, and then I got a Vita, and then PS3, and then recently a PS4 in like 2018.
Oh, so you actually got a Vita before a PS3. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
because
you
my 3DS broke. So
yeah, so you weren't like a PlayStation diehard from the beginning. I mean, do you consider yourself one now, or
I mean,
that's kind of just what you
uh,
transitioned to?
yeah, like honestly, Nintendo is my favorite. I love Zeldas. I love Mario's, Metroid, all that stuff. But I also do love like the PlayStation exclusives, like The old God of Wars. I haven't played the new one, but the old ones are like some of my favorite games.
Yeah, I actually like the old ones a lot better than the new one. I think I'm in the minority on that, but um, I really wish the new one was more like the old one. Unfortunately,
Yeah, they
but
tried to make it too much like The Last of Us.
they try to make a lot of their big triple A's pretty similar. I feel at this point, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like the formula of Assassin's Creed or something like that, where Ubisoft just does their exact same Assassin's Creed Far Cry formula every time. But I don't know. I like the old ones a little bit better. I mean, you can't really speak to it because you haven't played the new one, but
Yeah.
um, okay. So, what got you into trophy hunting? I guess. I mean, you said you had an Xbox. Were you achievement hunting on that at all, or was that just you just didn't really pay attention to it?
So I guess trophy hunting, quote unquote, started for me more with actually like Lego Star Wars because that was like the first game I 100%ed. Because like on the file select screen, it would show you like what percent complete you are, and it bothered my OCD not being 100, so I just worked until I got that 100%, and then I'd do that with like as many games as I could on like PS2, Wii, uh, Xbox for achievements. I like them, but I
So,
usually like I
um,
wouldn't like 100% them.
so like even before trophies, you were a completionist, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, because you started saying like we and stuff, and I was like, wait, oh, you mean just 100%ing the game? Yeah. I mean, I was very similar. I even before trophies, it'd be like, gotta get all the stuff available. Um, so then I guess when you got the Vita and PS3 and stuff, it was just kind of natural that, oh, there's this thing to 100% here, so let's 100% it.
Yeah, because like I guess what didn't make me go for 100% on Xbox was like there wasn't a bar on your profile that was like, hey, you're like 20% complete with Call of Duty or whatever. But like on PlayStation there was, and my OCD was just like I can't have that bar not be full, you know?
Yeah, I can relate because I have that feeling with games at times too. Actually, all the time. So, because yeah, we do kind of share that little OCD ish OCD-itude or whatever.
Yeah.
So, um, I guess being a completionist and stuff, I'm assuming you kind of relate to me where it's kind of hard at times, where it's kind of like, I started this, I don't really want to finish it, but I feel that like compelled to finish it, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, all the time. Like trying to think of a recent game. Explosive Jake.
Ugh.
It was supposed to be like an hour plat or whatever. I got it and I was just like, okay, but it just didn't compel me. Like it wasn't fun for me at all, and so I actually spent like a couple days working on it because I couldn't, but I had to force myself to get that 100%.
At least that one wasn't that long. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, it makes it feel like a chore though at times, right? I assume for you.
Oh, definitely. Like even choosing a game to start.
Yeah,
Like,
because you keep contemplating, oh, do I really want to start this? Because if I start it, I don't like it, or oh, it's too long, or yeah, I have had that in the past too. Or there's so many missables. If I miss one, then I'm gonna have to play the whole thing again.
yeah,
What was
like
No, go on.
I was just gonna say, like, uh, a recent like long game that I started was Super Monkey Ball, and this was during one of the periods when I was like, okay, I'm done with trophies. But that's like a 6 out of 10 difficulty, I think. Like super long, and I'm not enjoying the game at all. But it's bothering me, so I'm gonna have to go back and finish it at some point.
Yeah, I've had that experience a lot where I just have started games and I'm just not enjoying them at all over the last, I guess quite a while, honestly, trophy hunting. Um, the How do you approach using guides and stuff? I assume you just use the guide from the start, from the get go. Um, Try to get it as fast as possible, stuff like that. Get the OCD 100%.
Yeah, so for that, I'll before I even like purchase a game, I'll look at the guide, see how long it is, if there's collectibles, missable trophies, and then I decide if I'm like willing to work on it. And then if I do, I'll I'll usually like follow like a text walkthrough on like IGN or something just so I can get through it, but it feels like I'm not actually like exploring or like immersed in the game, you know?
Yeah, it makes it feel like you're not even playing a game when you just follow guides to a T and stuff like that. But it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I really don't want to miss something, and I mean, I've had that too a lot. And I've said that before, where it's just like I've been following guides to a T to not miss collectibles and all this stuff and missables, and it's just like after years of that, you just want to relax, explore, not care as much, like just have fun, play the game the way it was meant to be played. Um, the developers want you to play it, or and like learn to explore things and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely can relate to that, because there was, I mean, so many games where it was just like, oh, I don't even want to start this because the trophies list is just a headache, even though the game I would really like to play. So, I'm guessing you also just skip out on games based on trophy lists.
Oh yeah, like I really am interested in Metal Gear Solid. I played Snake Eater on 3DS, I think, and then I played a little bit of 5 on the 360 when I had it. And I really want to go and just go through all of them, but they're like 50 hours, so many missables, and I've just because like I haven't beaten any of them, and I really want to, but I just can't force myself to start that, you know?
Yeah, I feel you there. Because it was like that with me and like Kingdom Hearts and stuff for the longest time, or um, yeah, I don't know. I've had that a lot because I was also in the mode of, oh, you got to get all the trophies, got to keep the 100%, but you also got to get through the games as fast as possible. So even if they were relatively easy but somewhat long, it'd be like, nope, I can't do that. That's too long. I've had that for years as well. Go through my mind. So, how about in regards to leaderboards and things? Those matter to you at all?
Um, I would say not really. Uh, I definitely like look at my profile on PSN profiles and see where I'm sitting, but I know I'm like never going to get anywhere on the leaderboards, so I'm really just focused on myself.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like I said, I think that's what people should do. If they're gonna trophy hunt, they shouldn't necessarily go for leaderboards and whatnot. I mean, if you really want to, if that's fun for you, do it. But it's just so unfair. That's not the word I'm trying to think of. It's like you just can't compare yourself to other people because it's just based leaderboard just based on their 15-minute plat count at this point,
Yeah,
um,
definitely.
and things like that. Now, do you play those games?
Uh, yes, I am really guilty of it because my completion percentage is super low due to games I sold a while ago, some Vita games that I couldn't finish because my Vita broke, and I want my completion up, and so I just spammed a bunch of those, I guess, like right when I got my PS4, and then I've been spamming them a lot recently too. Like I've gotten 18 so far in like the last month.
What was the reason for wanting to spam them? If your leaderboard's not going to be affected, you just wanted to get your completion percentage higher.
Honestly, I can't tell you. It's just I wish I knew why, because it's pretty stupid, you know. Because like I could be playing games like because I have so many games I need to get to. Like I could be working on the Uncharted's and like because I've never played those before, and I could be like enjoying myself and like feeling proud of that. But instead, I choose to like waste like $5 and like 5 minutes of my life for like
Not
a
much.
fucking PNG.
Yeah, I think it's. You think it has to do with just I don't know, hearing about people getting the plat in us really fast, or hearing like communities be like, "Oh, look at my plat count" and stuff like that, and just being involved or being somewhat in the know about it.
Yeah,
Um,
I think like the hive mind, I guess would be a way to put it. That's what I get from it.
Yeah, I've actually had I've been trying to not play the trash and stuff and get away from those communities and things. And it's actually kind of weird because the more you're away from it, the less you seem to care about it. At least for me, where it's initially there was kind of like a void of not being a part of that, but then it was like I wouldn't even think it'd be like, oh wow, this other plat came out and stuff like that. And initially, I was actually kind of excited for them, and then it got kind of old. But then it got to the point where it was just I don't know, routine and things like just go through the motions, get the plat, and stuff like that. Um, but then when you distance yourself from it, it's actually kind of been fast too, because it's only been a couple weeks, but you don't, you just don't seem to care as much about it. It's it's weird. You, I don't know. You'd have to experience it for yourself, but and actually, I don't know who could experience it because I don't think anyone's played as well. There have been a few people that has played as much trash as I have, for as long as I have, but most people I think can't really relate terribly well to it, but oh well. What about like milestones and things? Like, do you care about? Oh, I want to get to 100 platinums, or is that not even come into play?
Yeah, so right now my goal is to get to 100 platinums by the end of the month. I'm planning on doing a Kingdom Hearts 3 for it.
Yeah, you're almost there. Yeah, so yeah, I liked Kingdom Hearts 3. I didn't think it was as good as like 1 and 2 and stuff. The DLC was good, but
I haven't played it yet. It's like $30.
it might be on. I think it goes on sale for like 15 and stuff.
Okay, I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on sale now, but I have seen it quite low. So, let's see what else. Um, in regards to, I know I've talked with you before about you wanting to just leave also trophies, and contemplating leaving them, but like you feel like you can't. And I feel like I relate to that as well. Is that part of like the OCD kind of keep you playing them, or is that more of, oh, I already put so much effort into it, I don't want to leave, or what do you think the deal is with that?
I think it's honestly a mix of both of those. Cause I sorry, I'm blinking right now. But it's just a mix of both of those because I've been on this account for 4 years, and I feel like if I just stopped doing what I've done for 4 years, like I just wasted those hundreds of hours. Um,
Yeah, I
and
definitely feel that way. After like nearly 10 years with mine, it's, well, 9 years, I don't know. I mean, for me it's like thousands of hours, but probably tens of thousands of hours, honestly. Sad to say. And it's like if I don't really get anything out of it, then it almost feels like I should keep going to try to, I don't know, get something out of all the work I put in. Um, I don't know if you have any uh, can relate to that at all, but just, yeah, it just feels like throwing away a lot of your life, you know?
yeah, definitely. And I've tried quitting by turning off trophy notifications, um, playing on PC, but
You get
it's just,
you get drawn back in.
yeah, like with the notifications off, I'll like subconsciously be like, well, that's on my list now, and then I go look at it and be like, well, it's at like 2%. I guess I'm gonna have to finish that at some point.
Yeah, have you ever tried playing on a different PlayStation account or?
Yeah, I guess back on PS3 when I had it was like right when I started Chromesaw. I had another account where I'd just play online games on. Um, but I'd earn some on trophies and be like, well, kind of feel inclined to finish this now.
Yeah, that's why I've contemplated and actually tried to buy a Switch to just play, because I just like don't want to see that
Yeah,
stuff. And I think a lot of people don't realize, but it bothers some of us. Like we start something and then there's like this progress bar and all this stuff, and it's kind of like, well, now I gotta finish it, even though the game's terrible, or these trophies are god awful, or just I'm just not having fun, and I don't know. I think there's people that could probably relate to that, and then there's people that are probably like, these guys are crazy. These guys are lunatics.
yeah.
Put them in a pillow chamber or something.
Waterboard them.
Yeah. Um. Have you thought about, well, like on PC when you're playing on there? I mean, there's achievements, but you just don't. Do you not care as much about them, or?
I'd say I don't care as much about them, but like whenever one pops up, it just the OCD thing kicks in, and I'm just like, I go and check the list, even though you don't even get like a platinum or it
Or
doesn't say like 100% or whatever.
yeah, or levels or anything like that.
Yeah,
Um. So, have you contemplated going to get a Switch? Those don't have achievements.
yeah.
Some games have in-game achievements, but
Yeah, I've really wanted to play. What was the one they remade? Link to the Past, right?
Yeah, Link's Awakening.
Right. Yeah. Uh, sorry, I'm not really like into that right now, but
Oh, that
I
game was my first Zelda. I loved that game.
yeah, I'm eventually going to get my own Switch, but my girlfriend just got one yesterday, so gonna get Breath of the Wild on that and see how that goes.
Yeah, I actually started Breath of the Wild for like an hour and then I got pulled back into trophy stuff. It's
That's
like,
how I feel like it's gonna go for me.
yeah, it's hard to play something. It just feels so weird to play something without trophies. It
Yeah,
because
because it's like
they warp your
I'm not
mind.
getting. Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm playing this, but I'm not getting anything out of it. But you are, if you're enjoying it.
Yeah, but then you also think, well, I'm earning trophies. What am I getting out of this? You know,
Exactly.
I'm upping a number, I suppose, but
Yeah.
um, up in an image as number of images, as you were saying. So,
Yeah.
uh, I guess so. That means in regards to trophies, you would say they kind of keep you with PlayStation then, or would you
Yeah.
just play PlayStation regardless? Would that be like your preferred system or preferred console stuff, or would you think you would play something different or just a more variety if trophies didn't exist?
If trophies didn't exist, I would definitely play more of a variety. I'd go back and play like all the Wii games I missed. Play all the Switch games I missed. But I'd still probably have a PlayStation for the exclusives, and I just don't like Xbox, so just like any game that wouldn't be on Switch.
Well, a lot of the Xbox stuff's goes to Switch at this point. Like surprisingly a lot. Uh, because I don't know, they're in good with each other at this point. Sorry, we got briefly disconnected, and now it's connecting again. So yeah, it seems like they got some sort of good partnership there going on. Hold on, we're reconnecting. You are disconnected from this call. You are trying to connect. All right. Says ongoing. Are you back? Oh no, my phone. What are you doing, phone? That's weird. All right. I think it's better. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. I've been having Discord issues for all day, honestly. But okay. So after that interruption of Discord and me completely forgetting what we were talking about, uh, yeah, so how long have you been contemplating leaving the trophies? Has it been right away? Was it just recently?
It's I guess it's been a bit over the last couple of years. Like it seems
Kind of
every
on and
couple of
off?
months. Yeah. Like every couple of months I'll be like, okay, I'm done. And then I just like won't play any video games or whatever. And then like I'll start a video game and then be like up back into trophies, and it's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. It's like when I stop trophy hunting, or I stop earning trophies in games. It's like, I mean, I've even experienced that the last few weeks. It's like I just don't even feel like playing games now. But I love games, right? I think.
Yeah,
I think I do. Do I just love spamming trophies, or is that just compulsion and me feeling the need to do such? I feel like that's more of the case. And then it's just like I lost track of what gaming really was for me before. I don't know if you feel that way. Like gaming just doesn't feel the same anymore to you, or
oh yeah. I have a feeling it's like that for a lot of us, because it's just you have to play your games certain ways. You have to play certain games.
yeah, for trophy
Um,
hunting. And then I think a lot of people just don't even realize how much it's just changed their perception of games and what they do to games, what games they think are fun. A lot of people say these like 5 minute plats are fun, but it's like, how could you call it fun? You played it for 5 minutes. Would you pick
yeah,
this up and actually play it if it didn't have easy trophies? Question. I don't know. And they probably say like no. Um, so what do you think of the state of trophies? How they just get easier and easier and easier?
so back when I started, like, the quickest games we had were visual novels that you had to import. They were like 60, $70 a piece. Those were still like 2 to 3 hours. I think there were like a few that were like an hour ish, but most of the games were like 10 to 15 hours unless they were kids' games.
Yeah. Just the times are just crazy. And even before that, I mean, you weren't around before that, but there's even longer stuff that was considered fast platinums. Um, but so do you just are you not a fan of we get 6 stacks of these 5 minute games and all this? I mean, it sounds like you don't care leaderboard wise, so maybe it doesn't matter to you or you don't mind it as much, but it sounds like you still do them. You still feel some compulsion to do them.
Yeah, so I feel like I have to do them, uh, like that hive mind thing we were talking about earlier, but I don't enjoy them, and I don't like that you're basically paying a $5 to $10 for a PNG and like extra number on your profile, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point there. I mean, it's almost like a microtransaction if you want to think of it that way. Do you want to up your
Yeah,
trophy level? All right, spend $5.
it's like a pay to win RPG.
Yeah, basically. Um, I mean, yeah, that's a good point. That's essentially what it is. Pay to win. Devote time to win,
Yep.
and you don't have to devote that much time nowadays either. Just 5 minutes of your time and $5 gets you this platinum. Literally, don't have to do anything. Just run forward against the wall of a building. Oh wait,
Or muscle.
that was only $1. Oh
Yep.
shoot. Even
I did that 3 times.
even better to sell you the game with. Um, okay. So it sounds like you've attempted to leave trophies several times and fail and stuff like that. Have you ever attempted to just purely leave communities that talk about trophies?
Um, so I actually wouldn't say I'm that active in the trophy community. Like,
Or how do you learn about the fast plots then?
um, I just go on like PSN profiles and like look at the completion rates or uh, like the forums, but I'm not on there like that often.
Okay. Yeah, but I guess I'm saying if you just never look at those sites, if you just um tried to, I don't know, distance yourself from them or whatever.
Yeah, if I if I did that, I probably wouldn't do as many of the spamming plats because I wouldn't know what they were.
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely like look up like trophy guides for like cheap games I'd see in like the PlayStation Store or whatever, and then it'd be like, oh, this game is like 5 minutes and it's like on sale right now for like $2.
Yeah, so you still would visit those sites, I guess, to see what was um, the stuff on sale, what it was like.
Yeah,
I mean, you could just only play the games that looked good to you, but
yeah,
but I guess if you see the stuff on sale and you've already had exposure to these really fast plats and all this stuff, that you just always question how hard are the trophies in this game. It looks questionable, but
yeah. It's just the compulsion and the OCD.
yeah, unfortunately. So PS5, any desire to get that or no?
I'm excited for it. I'm not gonna get one for the first couple of years probably because I have such a big PS4 backlog. I still have a PS3 backlog, and I just want like when I came late to the PS4, like we already had like the quote unquote better models out, so I'll probably just do the same for the PS5.
Wait till there's a PS5 Pro
Yeah, or the Slim or whatever.
or some price drop on the base
Yeah,
model. Yeah. Yeah, understandable. I mean, if you, it just seems like everyone has a backlog nowadays. Constant problem with us gamers, especially because now our time is spent playing all these fast platinums and we can't get to the actual good games. So,
yeah.
all right. I don't know. So summary, you feel like trophies kind of just mess with you mentally because of OCD stuff. Even though you don't really, I don't know, uh, enjoy them all the time.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy them some of the time, or do you just not like them at all? I guess I never asked you that.
Uh, I do get some dopamine, uh, like seeing a trophy notification or seeing my level go up or seeing 100% for like in my trophy list. But so like I enjoy it that way, but it's probably just like my OCD being satisfied is the enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, especially with these really fast platinums, and then
Yeah, it's just like a dopamine farm.
yeah, pretty much. Because after you do it a lot, it just feels like this void feeling, and I don't know. It's interesting, and I'm sure it's different for how long people have been hunting trophies, what state of the trophy system they got into trophy hunting during things of that nature. So it's different for everybody. Some people have fun with it, or at least they say they do. They might. I mean, I used to really have fun with it. It used to be, I mean, my life, my favorite hobby, basically. So, but things change for all of us. We grow up, get jobs, move across the country. Things of that nature happen to you as well. So, anyways, I think. Do you got any more things to add that you want to add to the conversation?
Just be careful and be aware of if your OCD is holding you back from enjoying it. Try to notice it,
Yeah.
and yeah, I can't really give advice on how to work through it because I'm still trying to figure that out myself. But
Yeah, as am I, but I do feel like if you can break away from it, it does feel somewhat relaxing, honestly. I've only been a couple weeks where I wasn't playing all the trash stuff, but then I did start Trials of Mana, and it's like I just feel like I have to finish it. It feels like a chore, even though the game would be great, but it's like rush through it, and I don't know. It's just amazing how much it's warped my perception of games at this point. So, and I think playing games that don't have trophies just don't feel the same anymore. It's odd. It's weird.
yeah,
People should try it. Try to go without trophies for a little bit if after you've been hardcore into them. All right. So yeah, thanks for talking for a little bit here, sharing your insights. Uh, you got any social medias or anything you want me to link?
um, you can check out my PSN profile, Chromesaw. That's really it. Or you can add me on Discord if you want to talk.
All right. Yeah, so I could link stuff in the description if you want me to. And I think several people, I'm sure, at least in the world, can relate. Now, if they listen to this, I don't know if you want to call it podcast or whatever. Probably not, because there's not very many people that view it. But
Yeah.
hey, maybe it'll help somebody. Hopefully it does. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I'll put my links in the description below too. And with that being said, everybody have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everybody.